Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome everyone to our Pratimoksha Explainer. Today we're exploring a topic that honestly comes up constantly in our studio, the profound difference between mechanical stretching and genuine yoga. As representatives of Pratimoksha, which is the premier yoga center right here in Dubai, we really want to share our philosophy with you and clear up a super common misconception. Because let's be totally honest, from the outside looking in, they can appear remarkably similar.
I mean, just look around literally any gym in Dubai on a weekday evening. What do you see? You see busy professionals winding down after an intense workout, right? They're doing hamstring pulls, maybe some shoulder rolls, or spending a few agonizing minutes rolling out tight muscles on a foam roller. And it looks almost exactly like the first 10 minutes of one of our classes. You're on the same mat, sometimes doing the exact same physical poses. So it's a completely reasonable question to ask. If you already stretch regularly after your gym sessions, what exactly does our yoga practice at Pratimoksha actually add to your routine?
To answer that, we really have to look at what stretching actually is. Think about it. Stretching essentially services the body like a machine from the outside. It's a purely mechanical process. You apply tension to your soft tissue, and the goal is just to increase your range of motion or maybe reduce post-exercise soreness. But here is the critical limitation we observe all the time. Stretching asks absolutely nothing of your mind. You can stretch while watching television, while mindlessly scrolling on your phone, or while mentally running through tomorrow's crazy back-to-back meeting schedule. Your body is merely being managed, but your attention, it's completely elsewhere. And this brilliantly illustrates the fundamental divergence between the two practices. On one hand, we have mechanical stretching. It strictly targets tissue length and muscle pliability to reduce physical friction. It's basically structural maintenance. But on the other hand, we have mindful yoga. At Pratimoksha, we teach that yoga is literally designed to change the very relationship between you and your body. Our practice demands the active, conscious engagement of your mind and your breath. The breath isn't just some nice relaxation technique we layer on top of a physical pose. It's the actual biological mechanism through which the physical work happens. Which brings us to a really foundational pillar of our teachings here at Pratimoksha. It's a concept called svadhyaya. Svadhyaya is the classical yoga practice of self-study, and we're not just talking about loose introspection here. It is the deliberate, highly focused practice of noticing exactly what is happening inside your body during movement, during breath, and during stillness. Through Svadhyaya, we help our students build a highly accurate internal map of their own bodies. It's a complete perspective shift. It is all about shifting from looking at your body from the outside to truly inhabiting it from the inside. And what's truly fascinating is that our methodology isn't just philosophical, it's backed by hard physiology. Consider a 2023 study that compared yoga postures with standard stretching techniques. The researchers tracked prefrontal cortex oxygenation, which essentially measures just how engaged your brain is. During standard stretching, oxygenation was less stable, simply because the focus was purely muscular. But during yoga postures, the prefrontal cortex oxygenation remained remarkably stable. So this proves on a biological level that yoga postures actively engage the brain and the nervous system entirely differently than just mindlessly pulling on a muscle. Now, you might be wondering, why does that brain engagement even matter to you? Well, because Svadhyaya answers the why behind your physical tension. Sure, a mechanical stretch might temporarily release the tight hip flexor so you can get through your day. But our breath-centered practice teaches you to understand exactly why that hip is tight in the first place. What emotions or stress are you physically holding in that joint? And most importantly, why does that exact same tightness return every single Monday morning without fail? Yoga gives you the profound awareness to stop treating the symptom and start addressing the root cause. This actually brings to mind a core instruction from our founder at Pratimoksha, Lalitha Viswanath. In our sessions, her instruction is rarely, if ever, push further. Instead, she often tells students, wait here and breathe. Now, for our students coming from a heavy gym background, this is incredibly counterintuitive. They're used to grinding it out. They expect physical effort to look and feel like effort. But what we teach is the quiet effort of attentive holding. It doesn't feel like traditional work until suddenly something deep inside the body releases that has literally been braced for years. Let's move to how this builds into what we call the Hatha yoga response. When you do a quick, aggressive stretch, you activate the stretch reflex. That's your body's protective alarm system that actually limits your range of motion to prevent a muscle tear. But in our Hatha practice, we bypass that alarm entirely. Step 1, you hold the posture quietly. Step 2, you maintain a steady, controlled breath. Step 3, your nervous system registers that you are safe, not under threat. And finally, Step 4, the body gradually permits more depth. The muscle didn't just passively lengthen, your nervous system allowed it to release. This nervous system approach is absolutely vital for our clients.
Just think about the reality of the Dubai lifestyle for a second. It is a high-output environment, completely characterized by low-grade constant activation. The relentless deadlines, the endless screens, back-to-back meetings, the heavy traffic. Your body adapts to this constant hum of stress by keeping certain muscles chronically braced. You know the feeling. Your shoulders stay high up near your ears, your jaw sets tight, your breath stays shallow in your chest. You are essentially walking around in a constant, exhausting state of defense. So the crucial point is understanding exactly how to fix this exhausting pattern. Stretching absolutely addresses the muscular symptoms of this tension. It can give those high shoulders a temporary break for sure, but breath-centered yoga resets the underlying neurological driver of that tension. Stretching works on the muscle alone, but it cannot reach the neurological alarm bells ringing in your brain. Our yoga practice works on both simultaneously, getting straight to the control center of your stress. And that control center is heavily influenced by the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest network. At Pratimoksha, we teach you how to activate this system on command. By using controlled, deliberate breath, you send a powerful signal of safety to a body that has been running on high alert all day long. And here's the physiological magic we witness in the studio every single day. As that nervous system settles down, the chronic muscular bracing that a foam roller couldn't fix often just releases entirely on its own. It's really incredible to see. And it's not just us saying this. The global scientific community is thoroughly validating this approach. 33. That is the number of distinct yoga intervention studies examined in a massive 2025 systematic review indexed on ScienceDirect. And guess what? All 33 studies confirmed consistent evidence that yoga uniquely improves body awareness. It powerfully enhances your capacity to notice internal sensations, regulate your attention, and actually respond to physical signals rather than just overriding them so you can push through your busy day. Because we involve the nervous system, the results you get at Pratimoksha are fundamentally different. It's a true transformation. You don't just get temporary flexibility, you get highly durable gains in your range of motion. You achieve structural stress reduction rather than just an incidental 10-minute break from your day. You develop highly trained body awareness. You see reliable, lasting changes to your daily postural habits because your mind is now actively observing your body. And finally, you experience a much deeper recovery from both physical and mental fatigue. Now, what's really interesting about this next point is a really important caveat. We are not against mechanical stretching. Not at all. It absolutely remains the right tool for specific jobs. We highly recommend targeted stretching right after intense physical gym training, during specialized injury rehabilitation, or simply to maintain basic mobility between your dedicated yoga sessions with us. Stretching is a fantastic maintenance tool for the physical machine. It just serves a different, more symptom-focused purpose than true yoga. So, the next time you finish a long day of meetings and head to the mat, you have a very real choice to make. Ask yourself, will your next session just service the machine, temporarily easing the muscular symptoms of your stress, or will you use your breath and reset your entire neurological system from the inside out? If you're ready to stop managing your tension and start truly resolving it, we invite you to step off the gym mat and step into your first true session with us at Pratimoksha. We can't wait to see you there.